The history innovator I chose is James Rucker. The story of this amazing innovator is very interesting and inspirational. Rucker was an African American social activist and a software engineer that worked with MoveOn.org and an environmental attorney known as Van Jones. Rucker and Jones were mad at the federal government because they didn't help the victims of Hurricane Katrina, so they developed a web-based advocacy organization for the Black society. They called their site colorofchange.org. In 2006, Rucker and Jones' organization spearheaded a national campaign to challenge the prosecutions as a modern-day racial lynching. Since there was a situation at a high school to intimidate black students, Rucker decided to create this national campaign. In other words, digital media created a place to be heard regarding racial injustices. This organization raised more than $275,000 to pay for the students' legal fees, gathered more than 320,000 signatures to a letter calling on the state's governor to drop the charges, and helped mobilize thousands of people to march in Jena in support of the students. According to the Huffington Post, Citizen Engagement Laboratory was founded 3 years after colorofchange.org. The purpose of CEL was to serve as an incubator for online organizing efforts. Also, it has helped create and support efforts such as Presente.org, ForecastTheFacts.org, and WeAreUltraviolet.org. Besides the fact that Rucker co-founded colorofchange.org, he was also the director of grassroots mobilization at MoveOn.org. In other words, Rucker was focused on a for-profit organization that deals with strategic consulting and fundraising for humanitarian causes as well as political organizations. His distribution and exhibition is that he mainly uses one specific media platform, which is the online web. Also, he is hands down one of the social activists that puts his heart and soul into helping the public. That's why I believe he is unique. He basically uses the opposite of traditional media. Rucker focuses on black people and political empowerment. From what I've read, the fundraisers he creates is what then he distributes to help the people. Last but not least, Rucker was able to get 800,000 people to connect to these organizations in order to have opportunities for political change. In Rucker's article, he says, "The internet is the most democratic communications network ever created. In a world where our community cannot count on the mainstream media to tell our stories or on mainstream politicians to advocate for our needs, the internet has allowed us to organize, speak for ourselves, and dismantle political barriers."